Hey guys, what is up? It is Ro with another video. Welcome back, people of Earth. What is up? Today, I'm going to be filming a video I'm really excited for, and I actually changed it up a bit. This video was initially just going to be me telling you about the 12 Hallmark Christmas movies I love and ranking them, my top 12, because in this house we love Hallmark, in this house we support Hallmark, okay? And that was just going to be that. But this morning, as I was writing up my The Power of the Dog review, which is up on my letterboxd, friends, go check it out, I found that letterboxd actually has some Hallmark movies on there. So today we're actually going to track all these 12 movies that I have already ranked on my letterboxd. We're going to be rating all of these in stars of 5. Hallmark movies, obviously if we're looking at it from a film reviewer, technical, abstract form, perspective view, then definitely there's flaws. Not just in abstract, but in editing too, which I've actually caught. But they're fun. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to be pleasing. They're meant to touch the heart. They're meant to be sometimes cringy, sometimes corny, as in feed me that fan fiction story plotline, friends, okay? Like they break up and then they reunite later and then fall in love. My favorite ones are when the girl taps into this, you know, business hunk who has a heart cold of ice and he's a Grinch. I live for that. And yeah, that's what today's video is going to consist of. Also, I have my hair down. The frick? We're doing a lot of things different in this video. I hate having my hair down. I look disgusting, as you can tell. So I'm sorry to your eyes. I apologize. Also, no microphone today. See, another thing we're doing differently. I can't find the cord that plugs into my camera. It's in the house. I know that. I didn't take it out of my house. I know it's here. Better be here. Let me get on my letterbox. Let me pull up my list of 12 movies. I think it was cool to do 12 movies because 12 days Christmas, 12 movies. LOL, I wrote the script for my video on this Google Doc when I planned it to be a voiceover. For some of these, I honestly don't remember the characters' names. I don't know why for Hallmark movies, I just cannot remember for the life of me the characters' names. Except for the number 12, I actually remember her name. Coming in at number 12 is Heart of the Holidays, which actually came out last year in 2020, so this is a recent one. And the chick who's on this is from Glee. Oh my god, it's here. Directed by Corey Sevier. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Part of the Holidays is a girl named Sam, who I actually remember. She's dating this dude who she doesn't know is now going to be her boss. She's just trying to figure out if she should still continue this job. She goes back home and she decides to find herself, find, you know, the true meaning of her life, like what she's supposed to do, her purpose. The town is like kind of struggling with this fundraiser they're trying to do. She's back doing Christmas activities, reunites with people who are still living in that town that she grew up with, and she runs into the main dude who's going to be her love interest, Noah. I remembered, N+S. And they used to date, but then she kind of broke it off because she was really fixed on being successful. She wanted to be exactly like her dad. She wanted to leave the town. She didn't want to stay there. Noah, on the other hand, stayed there. When she comes back, you know, they reunite. There's some tensions. They work together. And obviously, like every Hallmark movie, I don't need to spoil it for you because like everyone knows how Hallmark movie ends. As it gets annoying, I understand why they always have like the happy ending. Same kind of like, you know, it's Christmas. Anything could happen kind of attitude. It could get annoying, but trust me, sometimes you need a breather. Sometimes you really just need the good positive vibes and the love that comes from Hallmark movies, the cheese, the heart. This one comes in number 12 because I think the plot is pretty decent. It's very fun. I love the plot line. That's obviously so important. The two characters have chemistry. I love them. They work well together. There's no overacting. I think that's very strong when it comes to Hallmark. There's a lot of overacting. So I think here they're pretty decent. There's no editing mistakes. I wouldn't necessarily say strong elements because obviously there's always weak elements when it comes to Hallmark movies and editing. I'm just being honest. Constructive criticism. I think it's a decent movie. I think Heart of the Holidays gets a solid 3 out of 5 stars. Okay, coming in at number 11, A Nutcracker Christmas. A Nutcracker Christmas, directed by Michael Lembeck. Honestly, I can't remember that much of this one, but I know it was fun. I think I'm very biased because I'm a dancer, so I freaking live for the point shoes, the pirouettes, the fouettes, especially that scene where Sophia's character, she's kind of like an overachiever. She's doing a ton of pirouettes at the end of her fouette compared to the other dancers there. She's kind of like a, you know, a show off. I think I'm just biased with this one because I freaking love the Nutcracker. I love ballet, though it's my least favorite style of dance, but we gotta admit ballet is kind of like the temple of dance. Gives you so much coordination and flexibility and picking up moves as fast. I do think the two characters have chemistry. I don't think there's that much overacting in here. Maybe just a little bit. I will say her character is like very dramatic for no necessary reason. I will say sometimes these movies have really good plots, but then the ending or how they execute towards the climax is very anticlimactic and therefore becomes underwhelming. So I feel like this one suffers a bit from that. Coming in at number 10 is Miss Miracle something LOL. I can't remember. There's a lot of Mrs. Miracles, which is basically the angel sent to Christmas to kind of fix the life of all these families. There's a lot of them. It's a single dad trying to juggle 3 kids after his wife passed away, and no babysitter wants to babysit these little demons, but then comes out of nowhere this very amazing babysitter who's actually a Christmas angel. She comes and just shakes everything up. I love this because she kind of does like her little witchy angel powers to kind of make things happen a bit. Every single event of life that happens to him ends up to him meeting this lady who's going to take over for his son's play. There's a new one this year, this version, because unfortunately, rest in peace, the lady who did play Debbie. I'll look for it after I edit this video. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9 is A Christmas Detour, which is actually a recent one I just saw, but it is not a new one. Like, it didn't come out last year or this year. This one was in 2015. Sometimes when I'm just bored in my couch watching TV, though I have like tons of things to watch, the procrastination even sticks in film watching. I actually liked it more than the other one, so that's why it comes in at number 9. Candace Cameron Bure's character. She's on her way to go meet the love of her life, basically her fiance, though they didn't necessarily ever meet. But she's just more in love with the idea of getting married than her actual marriage spouse. Kind of idea of like, I'm not in love with you, I'm in love with the idea of you kind of concept, which is very true. We all go through that sometimes in our life. Everything happens very bad after that. She tries to get a flight, but the flight is delayed because of the weather. I love how things lay out. I also do like that they focus on this other couple who's kind of falling out of love. So not only does she get perspective from an actual life couple, but she's also in this journey finding out that she was more in love with the idea of getting married and not really thinking that this is the rest of her life. She just kind of gets a new perspective, and she's just really just jumping into something because she's supposed to in her mentality. I love that plot. And again, the characters exhibit so much chemistry and they work well together. Honestly, I'm giving this a 3.5 stars, which I'm very surprised with. Coming in at number 8, oh my god, I freaking love this one with my whole heart. Okay, this is Danica. Danica's another queen of Christmas. This is A Crown for Christmas, or just Crown for Christmas. Yep, they have it here, 2015. Danica McKellar. I love the royalty kind of plot line, okay? She marries the prince, this, you know, city girl who's just very quirky and loves Christmas, comes to this prince and dismantles the hierarchy, patriarchy system that exists. I love it. I live for it, as you can see. So let's do 4 stars. Let's do 4 stars. Okay, we'll do 4 stars because honestly, I think my top 3 films are like 5 out of 5 perfection, though they suffer in constructive criticism. Next up, we have Naughty or Nice, which actually would be higher if it wasn't for these other ones. So coming in at number 7 is Naughty or Nice, and this is actually the first Hallmark movie that doesn't center around love. This honestly is centered around the person herself. Yes, of course, she has a boyfriend who they go through their own troubles because she doesn't want to commit to marriage. He does, yada yada. But it's not really focused on their relationship. It's her just finding herself and seeing 2 sides of people. There's always 2 sides of the other coin. Also, this is available on Amazon Prime Video if you have an account. It's free. You don't need the premium subscription. So her name is Chrissy Kringle, like Kris Kringle. Kris Kringle receives a delivery intended for Santa Claus. So this magical book shows that if a person is naughty or nice, she uses the book's power to find out about those around her, which leads to some very unusual and intended results. Every single time she opened the book, that was fun. I love seeing people's naughty side. Especially there's a scene where she was talking on the phone with the plumber, and the plumber basically lies about not being able to go because he's sick, but really he's sitting on his couch being lazy and lies to her. And then she confronts him. I think it's funny. I love when she always opens the book. It was fun. Chrissy realizes that everyone has good and some not so good in them. I will say the only thing I have a problem with this is that, I mean, I kind of get a little too much, I guess, sentimental, or maybe a little too metaphorical or philosophical, whatever you may call it. But as much as there's 2 sides to a person, sometimes the good doesn't outweigh the bad that they do. For example, she has a neighbor who is like a philanthropist. She's amazing, and she's not like an outspoken philanthropist, and she does good actions and doesn't expect anything in return and does good actions in silence, which is the best. You know, she doesn't want recognition. She doesn't do it for the recognition. But in the process of trying to win money and win these competitions and be the best, she steals other people's ornaments. She's not the nicest person on the block. She's really rude to certain of her neighbors. She's very controlling and bossy. So as much as she's such a good person, sometimes the bad things are so harmful to other people that it, you know, who cares that you do this because you're such a bad person. There's 2 sides to a coin, of course. You gotta have an open mind, perspective, and everything. But if you really get to the core of it and you really study some of these plots of Hallmark, they don't really get it right sometimes. And maybe I'm being too picky, but you know, that's the only thing. Naughty or Nice honestly gets like a 4.5 out of 5. I freaking love this film. Number 6 is With Love Christmas. Like I said, I love it when a person who freaking loves Christmas pokes into the ice of a Grinch, especially if he's a businessman. So this is exactly what With Love Christmas is about. I will point out something very bad that makes me give this not a perfect 5 out of 5.
Advertising executives Melanie Welch and Donovan Goodwin disagree on a cell phone Christmas commercial they're pitching. He says his sleek design will win over the client, but she knows it lacks holiday spirit.
Okay, what the frick is this explanation? This isn't good. There's like Secret Santa at their job. She gets him and he gets her. He's kind of like this, you know, all about the money, the facts, and the stats, and she's kind of the well-rounded person in her job. So she built a fake email account to kind of get to know him because she doesn't know what she's going to get him for Christmas. While all this happens, the secret emails and everything, they're partnered up together to build a pitch to a very important advertisement commercial of their new cell phone that they're selling. He's lacking the heart of the Christmas. He basically just, you know, wants to talk about like the gigabytes and the megapixels, and she's more like, where's the family in that? Like, people love the information, but if you see like car commercials, even medicine commercials, they always add that kind of heart in there to capture you. So in this process, they fall in love, and I freaking love it. I'm here for it. This is a 4.5 out of 5 because there is this part in the movie where there's this horrible green screen. I'm talking, my mom even noticed it, okay? And she's not this picky film critic, whatever you may call it. We're getting into my top 5s, friends, which actually I'm gonna start rating all of these freaking 5 out of 5. So this next one is One Royal Holiday. Listen, like I said, I'm all with royalty. I'm here for the girl who's Christmas quirky, makes a prince fall in love with her. So One Royal Holiday came in 2020 last year. I remember seeing it.
When Anna offers a stranded mother and son shelter in a blizzard, she learns that they are royal family of Goldwick. Anna shows the prince how they do cruises in her hometown, encouraging him to open his heart and be true to himself.
And while she does this, she makes them fall in love. I love this. Honestly, there's no overacting whatsoever. The mother is the MVP of this film. I freaking love it. I love the side characters of his bodyguard and her friend, who is like the governor of her town. They fell in love. So cute. Her dad is single because her mom sadly passed away. His dad sadly passed away. She was the doctor of her dad. Do you see how small the freaking world is? We make a 360-degree circle. I'm here for the wholesome shit. Okay, I'm here for the wholesomeness. I'm here for it. 5 out of freaking 5. I love this. Next up, we have Christmas Magic. Listen, I ordered Christmas. I don't know where I put it. I bought a almost $30 DVD of Christmas Magic because this movie is nowhere to be found, but you can find it on Letterboxd actually. One word to describe Christmas Magic: chicken picante. Chicken picante, guys. This is the chicken picante Christmas. This is the typical angel. You have a near-death experience. You're actually dead technically, but you have time to pass over to heaven by doing something good, by doing a good deed, helping someone out. So she helps out the single dad with a daughter. There's a musical number at the end. The dude pops out a piano in the middle of the hospital. Like, what the frick would you get that from? And this is just wholesome. So freaking 5 out of fucking 5. Coming at number 3 is A Very Merry Mix-Up. Listen, I've been watching this movie like it's serotonin, like injecting it to my vein because holy frick, no, this is my antidepressant for this year. I cannot stop watching A Very Merry Mix-Up. This is the most funniest movie ever because talk about secondhand embarrassment becoming so damn real.
Shop owner Alice Chapman is nervous to meet her future in-laws at Christmas, especially because she's arriving ahead of her new fiance, Will Mitchum. Alice's trip becomes more stressful when her luggage is lost and her phone is damaged, leaving her no way to find Will's family.
She loses her luggage at the airport. This dude who, like, you know, the minute he saw her, he's like, whoa. But he thought he wasn't gonna get anywhere with her. But when he tries to, he turns around and she spills coffee all over her. Ruins her phone, blah, 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 blah. She leaves a voicemail to her future husband on his phone. She's like, this is gonna be the future Mrs. Mitchum. And he's like, wait, the frick? What did you just say, Mitchum? He's like, I'm a Mitchum. She's like, what? And she basically thinks her future fiance is the brother of this man. And it's not. She hangs out the whole day with her family, them sharing stories and getting to know them. She goes home with the wrong family. It's just so funny, especially when she comes to realization she's in the wrong home, when she goes and greets the brother who comes home for Christmas. Honestly, there would have been a lot of red flags if you think about it. Though Billy is a nickname for William. But this is serotonin to my veins. I freaking love this movie. I love their chemistry. They're so cute. I love Alicia Witt. She's in a lot of other Hallmark movies. And I love this movie. It just speaks to my soul. So 5 out of freaking 5. So coming in at number 2 is Christmas with Holly, guys. I always say this is a Hallmark movie of Tom Cruise. My dad was like, he's in a Hallmark movie? My mom was like, she's just saying that because he's a lookalike. He does look like Tom Cruise.
After being dumped at the altar on her wedding day, Maggie moves to the island town of Friday Harbor, Washington State, where she meets Mark Nagel, the local coffee shop owner.
His niece, mother, so his sister, died. And he's the sole caretaker now. Sister asked him to be the sole caretaker out of the 3 brothers. He has to shift all his focus and move to a small island, register to school. She's not talking, so she's been mute for many months ever since her mother's death. I love this little girl. She's a great actress. She's also in The Irishman. all grown up there. Everyone together is so great. The brothers are so funny. There's a lot of humor. There's wit. There's heart. And I freaking love this. Also, Olive the Basset Hound. I love you. Drum roll, everybody, for my #1 movie of all time in Hallmark, 9 Lives of Christmas. This is Tom Cruise 2.0. This is Brandon Routh from, I think, DC. He like plays Superman in this TV show. I live for this movie. This is serotonin times 2000 for my veins.
With Christmas approaching, a handsome fireman afraid of commitment drops a stray cat and meets a beautiful veterinary student who challenges his decision to remain a confirmed bachelor.
Kimberly Sussdowd, you're the queen of Hallmark. A man who doesn't want commitment meets a girl that he falls in love with. Listen, 9 Kittens of Christmas doesn't exist. They never broke up. Nothing ever happened. They love each other and their cats are together forever. Ambrose and Queenie supremacy. Okay guys, that is all my Hallmark movies ranked. Those are 12. Obviously I have a couple more, but I was thinking 12 is just a good number. I'm gonna go watch some Hallmark movies now. And that is all for today's video. So if you love to give it a thumbs up, if you hate it, give it a thumbs down. If you like more, thumbs up, press the subscribe button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you all next video.